Good morning. Good morning, everybody. My name is Al. There's one person showing up. I don't have your name yet. My name is Al, and I cook the same breakfast every day. When I cook breakfast, let me just flip the camera around. Double tap. Yeah, this is just my hat because my hair looks bad. Cook the same breakfast every day when I cook breakfast because I like the breakfast and I think it's good for me. I'm on a low carb diet and I don't want to eat a lot of carbs for breakfast, therefore. So I eat a low carb breakfast. It's basically a pretty fancy version of scrambled eggs and sausage. But I think it's actually better than it sounds. I'm going to turn my camera around so you can see what I'm. No, I have a new tripod. Well, it's an old tripod with a new gooseneck that holds my iPhone. So I'm going to try to set this up so we can see what's going on. Here's my pot. I'll go back a little ways. Here's my pot. Let me see. There it is. Okay, we have good view of everything. Here's my glass, my special glass. I'm going to start with, I'll keep talking and trying to look at the screen at the same time. Can I get a couple of hearts from somebody just to make sure things are working? Please, please, please. Tap, 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 tap. Somebody, please, please, please. Okay, well, we'll see what happens. I use Gianelli sausages. I always put meat in my concoction, and the meat is usually sausage, not always. Sometimes it's ground turkey, believe it or not. But if I use sausages and I'm at home, and if I can find them, I buy Gianelli breakfast legs because they're good, they're pretty healthy, very lean. The company has a good reputation. It's a local company, or 2 hours away in Syracuse. So this whole thing is about having a healthy breakfast. What's healthy for me, and that includes decent meat, what I consider decent meat. So this is going to be a concoction where I'm going to mix up a concoction of beaten egg with a lot of other stuff in it, mostly health ingredients. And I'm going to cut up the sausage, mix it all together, and eat it so that when I take a forkful of something, it'll have both meat and egg in it. Tomato sauce. This is a commercial tomato sauce. Tomatoes are good for you. There are a lot of people who believe that that's a little bit too much, that tomato in your diet every day is a good idea. So once I eat this, I have my tomatoes. Since I started the low-carb diet several years ago, believe it or not, no more pasta. So, I used to be a pasta addict. Now I don't have pasta, but I get the sauce here in the breakfast. Okay, a little bit of heavy cream. The heavy cream is for color, for taste. It's a carryover from my low-carb diet. Heavy cream has no carbs. One of the pluses of a low-carb diet. Wine. Put wine almost everything. This is a rosé wine. I think it's white Merlot. Anything that's not too sweet will do. I'm going to put a little wine in here because the steam will kind of accelerate the cooking process. Now here's some health ingredients. Okay, 3 health ingredients. Cinnamon, good for circulation. Turmeric, also good for circulation. Ground pepper, lots of benefits. The one that I have in mind is that it makes the cinnamon and the turmeric more effective in preventing strokes and heart attacks, which is kind of what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to live, I can't live forever, but I'd like to live until at least age 85, being fully functional, not being debilitated by a stroke or a heart attack, for example. This is Worcestershire sauce. I like Lee & Perrins, but not for this. For this, I use a store brand from Hannaford. It's a chain in this area because Lee & Perrins has too much flavor for this dish. Okay. Hear that sizzle? It's going. It's cooking. What else did I put in here? Oh, I forgot. Sometimes I forget to set up totally. This is balsamic vinegar. It's there mainly for the sweetness. Okay. I think I got everything in there, except, wait, wouldn't be much of a scrambled egg without an egg. I put a jumbo egg in. That's enough. If I didn't have a jumbo egg, I'd use 2 large eggs. Okay. Now we beat it up a little bit. More than a little bit. It has to be beaten so that the whites are totally blended in. If you see white in your egg, in your scrambled egg, it means a lot of people would say you didn't beat it enough. Okay. Check this a little bit. Okay, it's browned on the outside. Now I'm going to tear this up. I'm going to tear it up. I made up a word for this, but I'm calling it disencasing. I'm disencasing the sausage. By that I mean, if a sausage is encased meat, I hope it's meat. It's all been put into a casing. It's encased. So if I remove the meat from the casing, smush it all up, spread it around, I'm disencasing it. I haven't looked that word up, but it makes sense. You know, if somebody used that word, to me, I think I would know what it was supposed to mean, even if it's not a real word. Okay. Add a little wine to this. It'll dissolve all the crud that's formed on the meat. This is a really good nonstick pan, by the way. It's a Calphalon nonstick pan. It definitely works, even with eggs. Okay. Now, I'll tell you a little bit about where I live. Anybody there? Anybody there? Now, one problem I have with this is I don't always see a number down there. But then when I finish the broadcast, I'll find sometimes I've had lots of viewers. But one thing I don't see is hearts. Anybody out there? Give me a heart or two. Anybody? If I would see you, yeah, okay, thank you very much, thank you. See, that's good feedback. I don't know if the viewers out there, I don't know if you actually scope yourselves, but you'd be surprised if you haven't done it. You'd be surprised how much the hearts mean, especially if you don't have a number at the bottom that tells you anybody's watching. I'm going to try to do a better job of looking at the screen to see if you have any comments. I'm going to add another ingredient. This is just for taste. It's a mixture of Parmesan or Romano cheese. Put that in there. Anybody have any questions or comments? I could use a name for this dish. I don't have a name for it. This glass is believe it or not, the glass is part of the whole concept. This is a half-liter jelly jar that was used in a bar or a restaurant I used to go to when I lived in the city. I worked in the World Trade Center. It was called Eat and Drink. And they used it at the bar. And I like this stuff. So I bought some. And now I'm going to eat my egg out of this. If it was possible to patent a dish or put it on the menu and claim it as your own, this would be part of the dish. It's eating it out of this glass. Okay, so there's some. That's Healthy Choice. That's Healthy Choice margarine. It's there for health benefits. It helps with keeping your cholesterol down. There's evidence for that. So once I found out about it, I said, hey, I'll just add this to my health breakfast, Smart Balance. It tastes fine, by the way. Okay. So I live, just so you know, if you care, I live in upstate New York. I used to live in New York City, obviously, you can tell. Upstate New York, north of Albany, near not only Albany, but Schenectady, Troy, and Saratoga Springs. And this is a couple of 100 miles north of the city, a little less. A couple of 100 miles west of Boston, a couple of 100 miles south of Montreal, a few more 100 miles east of Buffalo. Chicago is a long day's drive. DC is about a 6-hour drive, at least to get to the Beltway. So now in a couple of days, on Wednesday, I'll be traveling to Colorado, and I'll be there for a week staying with my daughter who lives in Fort Collins, Colorado. And I probably won't be making my breakfast every day, but I'll be doing something, probably with the assistance of my grandson, who's a really great grandson. But we'll be doing some travelogues type stuff in Fort Collins, Denver, Boulder, that part of the country. So maybe if you want to follow me and see how that turns out, that would be cool. It's done. It's done. I'll show it to you. That's what it looks like. That's what it's supposed to look like. So what I do now is I spoon it into my glass, my special glass. I spoon it in, try not to spill any. Then I'm going to show you how clean this pan is. I've had nonstick pans before, and I've had Calphalons before. This is the first one that's worked this well. I mean, I could wipe this with a towel and it will look perfectly clean. Alright, so now what I do is I genuflect. I went to Catholic school, so I know what genuflecting is. Get down on one knee, and just to put myself in the picture, and mix it up. And I tell you to turn your bullshit meters way up so you can tell if I mean it when I say that it tastes good. Okay, because I always say it tastes good. I always think it actually tastes good. But you'd expect me to say that because, you know, it's my dish. Eating a dish out of a glass, by the way. This should be a feat in itself. A feat in itself. Okay, feat dish glass. Tastes good. I think I put a little bit more vinegar in there than I usually do, but I like it. It's really good. It is really good. It's really good. Good aftertaste. Nice and hot. Okay, so tomorrow I will be eating breakfast out with my co-workers. School bus driver right now. I'm a retired state worker from what they call a professional job, but now I drive a school bus, do other kinds of driving to make extra money while I'm retired. And tomorrow I'll be going to breakfast with my school bus buddies. Maybe I'll find an excuse to broadcast that, to scope that. I don't know. Nobody knows about the scoping thing, though. If I told them, they would think I was wacko. So I'll see you tomorrow. If not tomorrow, I'll see you on Wednesday. It'll be my last broadcast before I go to Colorado that evening. So thanks for watching. Really appreciate your patience. If you have any comments, or if you want to tweet me a name for this dish I just made, it's at Al Canestraro. My name, at Al Canestraro. That's with 2 N's and 1 Raro. Okay. Bye-bye.